Welcome to episode 12 of the Uncircumcised Podcast. I'm here with Ben and Ben only.
Hello.
Everybody else took off tonight. It's just going to be us two, but I would say we make it a short and sweet one.
That'll work for me.
Maybe about an hour, roughly.
That's not short at all.
An hour is short.
We don't go that long over an hour.
We almost go 2 hours a lot of times. Like an hour and 40 minutes and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, it's easier to bounce off 3 other people than it is just one.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to be talking about the movie Barbarian.
For the English listeners, that's Barbarian.
I said Barbarian.
You went Barbarian.
Okay, I mean, it's the same difference.
No one knows.
Okay, before we even talk about that movie,
yes,
I did not understand why that name was used for that movie.
Well, from what I could gather is that it's kind of a two-way meeting. Like
How?
the guy that is like kidnapping people and using them to like make babies. That's a barbaric, right?
Okay.
And then Justin Long's character, when he's first introduced and all the things happening like in his life, it's him being barbaric too. And at the end,
okay. To me, I still didn't see that there.
I'm probably reaching. I'm probably grasping for straws there.
I feel like that you are probably, but
that's kind of what I was like. Maybe that's what they meant. I don't know.
Yeah, But before we get into the movie, you been doing anything interesting, anything like that? You've been playing your PlayStation?
I have. It came in. 2 weeks ago now? A week ago, something like that. Well, there went that.
What was that? Was that your phone?
I don't know what that... Yep, it fell out of my pocket. Okay, anyway, sorry. It came in about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I'm not playing it as much as I would like to, but I enjoy it. It's a lot better than the PS4, I will say that.
What have you been playing?
Deathloop, Street Fighter 5, just kind of gearing myself up for 6 because it's coming soon.
Is it coming soon?
I think... early next year.
Really? I thought it was still
or sometime next year. It's 2023, I know for sure. Tekken 2, actually. I've been playing that.
You need to play Tekken
7. Yeah, I have it. I played it.
It's good. I enjoy it.
What else have I been playing? Medieval. The remake of 2 Medieval. I enjoy that.
That one was good.
Because it just reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah.
And I still hate that fucking hill level with the rolling boulders, and one of them's on like a lava boulder, and it just pisses me off. And they give you a shield that like takes damage like nobody's business, so I mean like it's useless. But anyway, yeah, Medieval. What else was it? Modern Warfare 2, of course, because it came with the PS5.
How do you enjoy that?
I actually really like the campaign.
Oh, good.
I've played a little online. I told myself I wasn't going to do that.
All right.
They've cleaned it up a little bit. Like, they now make you, when you first enter the multiplayer, they're like, they give you a guideline, like...
They give you a test first to see if
not a test, no. They give you a, basically, like, they're saying, listen, we don't tolerate this, or this, and if you're going to do that, you're going to be banned for good. So, I guess, but that also...
Okay, what is in that list? Like, what kind of stuff?
Well, first off, racism. That's like the number one. Bullying. Sexism is one. Oh, man, I can't remember the rest of them. I read it, but I didn't.
My problem is that when it comes to like some of the stuff, it can be... Some of the wording can sometimes be really vague, and...
Really? Wait, what?
Like, vague as in... Like,
vague? Oh, no, they bullet pointed what was not going to be tolerated.
Yeah.
I assume still you would have to report someone for it.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to. If they have, just an AI fucking monitoring that shit...
Oh, everything's going to go flying
it's
past
gonna go
it.
too.
But, yeah, no, they...
No, actually, I wouldn't say go past it. I would say, like... ban people that shouldn't get banned.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like mishearing something, But the problem is that I feel like that some people get banned because they will say something and somebody misunderstands it, and then they get reported, and then like...
I think especially since, it depends on what your region is set to.
Yeah.
If you play with people from across the world, there's different, connotations of things.
exactly. I mean, everybody, has the way they speak. Like, you play with somebody from the South versus somebody in New York, it's going to be different, too.
Oh, very, yeah. But it's okay, because I just mute everything's muted for me. So I don't listen to anyone. They don't listen to me.
Is it actually, like, I don't play Modern Warfare or any of those. When you get into the game, do you automatically join a voice chat?
Yeah, you can set it to not do it.
But is it by default on?
By default, it is on. There's game chat, yeah. So
I feel like it should be off by default.
I mean, yeah, I would prefer it that way.
So I play Destiny, right? And in Destiny, it by default is off. There's no voice chat that you would automatically join. You have to purposely go in during the game and actually turn that on. Yeah,
I turned mine off as soon as I loaded in. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, no, I think it's silly to force people right into it.
Yeah.
It's especially because first-person shooters are very toxic, so I see it.
Oh, very, very.
It's just like Fortnite and all that crap.
Really, Fortnite's got it to where if you choose to do teams, then that's when a voice chat will be you can't if I was doing the battle royale, but I did it in solo, there would be no voice chat.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't talk to anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
But if you do teams, 2, 3, 4, whatever, duos, trios, then it becomes you can voice chat. But I think I had mine set to off always.
So one of the funniest things that I heard, I love watching YouTube videos and just coming around random shit. That one guy was basically playing back. I guess it was Call of Duty that he was playing. That was several years back.
Oh, God.
And there was a young boy on there that was talking trash to the guy, right? The guy wasn't saying anything like that. But the kid was just talking trash and, basically goes, I fucked your mom.
Yep.
And the guy had the perfect reply. The reply that he came back with was, well, I fucked your dad, and he liked it.
Oh, my God. Well, see, when I used to play it back in the day, it was a lot of racism. Even if you weren't that race they were calling you, which was...
Yeah,
never understood that. And then there was always just the fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck... I mean, just spamming fuck you as much as you could.
How many times can you say fucking in the match?
It's little... And, I sound horrible. Of course, everybody that listens to this can attest to that. And that's anyone that's met me, talked to me on the phone, anything like that. I'm not going to branch out to people, obviously. I've got no feedback here but you. I've got feedback on a game. I'm not going to sit here and put myself out there like that. Some people do, especially kids with the N-word and fuck you and everything else. Yeah, I'm just...
But that's the reason... That's like I said. That's the reason why I like Destiny so much, because
you don't have to deal with that.
Even when I do, so in Destiny, I don't even play that much PvP. I do some PvP,
right?
But I mainly do PvE, and so you also match up with other players for PvE stuff, right?
Right.
Like when you run strikes and stuff like that. And so during a strike, it's 3 people that are in a group.
Okay.
I normally play with one other buddy. Me and him always play together. But if I obviously there's going to be a third person in that, and we don't invite them to the chat because I don't feel like talking to somebody random.
Yeah, I don't
like that. It comes down to that. It's weird sometimes. I started out when I played the game. That's how I actually met some of the people that I talk to nowadays when I play. But I really strayed away from that on just random people that send you an invite. It's like, hey, talk to me. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Sorry.
I think I added one person that I played Fortnite with, and me and that guy have never played another game of Fortnite ever.
Yeah, I have a few people actually that on my friends list.
That's been years ago, when it first came out.
Yeah, so the group that I mainly play with, I actually, on the beginning when I started playing Destiny, they just a random guy just runs up to us in the game and sends an invite to the group, and we're like, okay, we join. And since then, that just snowballed down, and I've been friends with them for years. I mean, we're talking about 10 years now, something like that. And we actually hung out in person and all that stuff, and
See, I can't do that. I just can't. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what it is. Just I can't do it.
Well, I mean, I get that. But you're also not very social when it comes down to it, are you?
Yeah.
You don't strike me as social as I am, for example.
Probably not. No, I'm far more introverted than I am extroverted.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Like, the way I am is that I'm very social, but at the same time, I'm also keep my distance. Overall, just...
I'm complete distance. Like, I will keep everyone at an arm's length, and that's it. I don't know why. It's always been that way. I think as a kid, I used to be a lot more social. But as I grew older, I don't know if it was just bullying or what it was that just put me into like a shell. I don't know.
Did you get bullied or were you the bully?
Oh, I got bullied.
You never been the bully?
No, I probably have. I'd say I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Odds are I have. I think I've been bullied way more than I've been a bully.
Yeah, that's the same scenario with me. Like, I used to get bullied all the time, and then...
But you're still sort of social.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I cut that out real quick.
I cut out the whole getting bullied and all that stuff. I'm not going to say that I turned into a bully, but I just learned to defend myself a little bit better when it comes down to it.
I don't guess I ever have. Maybe I have. Maybe it's a defense mechanism. Maybe I start it now. Like, I come out of the gate just as a defense.
That could be, maybe.
That I don't have to deal with it. Maybe. I don't know. This is a fucking therapy podcast? What are we doing here?
Maybe.
Ugh.
So
I don't like this. We need to stop this right now.
Let me pull out the drawings and you're going to tell me what you see.
No, fuck your Rorschach bullshit. I'm not doing it. Never been to a therapist, not going to.
Speaking of Rorschach, have you ever seen, like, okay, so you know the, what was the damn movie? Watchmen.
Yeah.
So the Rorschach mask that the guy was wearing, right? So did you see where actually somebody did like a DIY thing where he put the mask on and he actually made it so that it actually changes as he was breathing?
I feel like I have. I've seen that.
That is badass right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's also hats off to that guy for being innovative as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And figuring out how to do
but it shows you
all that.
It shows you how, like, I've seen tutorials on how to make them actually. And I thought that was pretty badass.
I feel like that would take too much time.
Well, I'm trying to remember how long it took that, like, what it showed. I don't think it would take that much, honestly. It just depends on the ink and that you have to use for it, because you have to basically use something that changes as you, like, breathing with the temperature as it changes constantly. That's how it adjusts, basically.
Okay, well, there you go. If anybody wants to make their own Rorschach mask, that's just go to YouTube and go to a tutorial. Martin will help you out.
So, any games that you're looking forward to that are coming up? Or anything like that? Other
than Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, I don't really know anything that's coming out. Here's the thing. For some reason, part of we're going to go back to the introvertedness. I don't keep up with things at all. Like, I'm so far behind on so much, it's not even funny. I guess that's okay. I mean, I'm not upset by it, but I just don't know what's coming out. Like, I have no idea.
So, next week, as a matter of fact, the new God of War is coming out.
Okay, now I've seen that. I've seen, what is Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. And it interests me, although, to be completely honest, I've only played the first God of War.
Okay, so you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can actually play the original ones on the PS3 ones you can stream.
Yeah, they're included. And then they're included.
And they're included in that, yeah. And you should have gotten the last one for free, actually, the God of War game, if I remember right.
I don't know if I did or not. I'm not going to lie to you.
But did you actually... So you didn't play the last one?
No.
So you don't have to play any of the other ones, honestly, to enjoy this.
I assume it's going to be the same.
I would recommend playing the last one that was released, God of War 2018.
That's the one with the kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do recommend playing that one. It was really good, actually.
Is that the kid's in this one too, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely recommend trying that one out. Especially, I want to say you should have gotten it for free in that like list where they're giving you like 20 games or whatever.
I may have. I didn't really skim that list that well.
Yeah.
Or I did skim the list. Sorry, I didn't look at it that well.
If you gotten Horizon...
No, I have not.
Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah. Not Forbidden. Forbidden West is the second one. I get mixed up on the names on those two.
Yeah, I've never played either of them. So.
Well, you had a Switch, right?
I mean, my son did. It's not like I did much with it. He did more than anything.
Well, did you play Breath of the Wild?
No, actually. He's not a big Zelda guy. Maybe because he's so young. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't really like Zelda either. I mean, I liked Ocarina of Time, all right. But, like,
Link to the Past.
I did not play Link to the Past until I was an adult, and I love A Link to the Past.
It's great, yeah.
Yes, it's probably, honestly, I had a Super Nintendo when I was a kid. It's...
Link's Awakening, also another one, too.
A Link to the Past is literally right up there with, like, my favorite games for the Super Nintendo. It's probably one of the best games for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I would agree. But so Horizon actually is very similar to Breath of the Wild. And
which I never played, so...
It was funny because when Horizon came out, and they were like, oh, it's just knocking off...
Zelda
on that one. It's like, no, they both came around the same damn time. You can't tell me that they were knocking it off and they essentially were working on it at the same fucking time. It's not like Nintendo and Sony was like, let's work together and make a similar game.
Especially if it's not Nintendo. Nintendo's not going to do that with anyone.
Hell no. Horizon you were able to buy for a while, like for like $5 the whole damn thing, while the Zelda game would never go down in price.
No.
Nintendo...
I'm sure right now if you looked it up, and Breath of the Wild, I assume, has been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's the same price as it was at launch.
Yeah.
Yep, guaranteed.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, so the Breath of the Wild came out when the Switch just came out, and it was also on the Wii U.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels it feels like it hadn't been that long since the Switch came out, but I know it has. I know when I bought it. I bought it on launch.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I like the Switch, but I honestly feel like that if you're an actual gamer,
no, I mean...
the Switch is not the platform
No,
for it.
no, Nintendo's aimed at kids. And, like, I don't see kids being hardcore gamers like somebody with, like, a PS5 or a PC. I'm not even going to fucking throw in Xbox anymore.
Jukebox.
Oh, it's so bad. But anyway, no, I bought my son... It was for Christmas. I remember... getting it for him for Christmas, and I mean, I played Mario Kart on it, and
what the Mario Kart game is just a port of the freaking Wii U version too.
I know, but it's so fun.
Oh yeah, I agree. The one for the regular Wii was also great too.
You know what? I never played Mario Kart for the Wii. One. I had a Wii and never played Mario Kart for it.
I actually like playing with the damn steering
wheel. The little steering wheel. I remember the peripheral
fun.
It had. But
yeah, that was fun.
I think I played Mario Kart and I played Smash Brothers. That's it. That's all I played on the Wii. Or not the Wii, but the Switch.
I like Smash... Oh, I never played it on the Switch, actually.
It's fun.
I like Smash Brothers, but I don't... I'm not as obsessed about it as a lot of people that I know.
No.
They're like, oh, Smash Brothers, best game ever when it comes to fighting games. I'm like, not really.
No, I like Street Fighter. Street Fighter and Tekken to me are the best.
Street Fighter, okay, so I will say that Street Fighter kind of died for me in a way where I don't have as much interest anymore into Street Fighter. Mainly because I really prefer 3D fighters like Tekken.
And... yeah, I mean, Street Fighter's not.
Yeah,
they're 3D models on a 2D plane.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
where you can shift.
Yes.
In Tekken.
Yeah,
which is fine. I get that. Street Fighter's just like that's the first fighting game I remember playing with Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and as a matter of fact,
mine was Super Street Fighter 2.
The Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the theme to Super Street Fighter 2 has been in my head for some reason all day long. I haven't even played it today.
Oh, just the other day, before I forget, I was actually reading an article. So you played Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo, on the original NES, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, it's been a very long time since I've done that,
So,
but yeah.
Well, there's something that I learned about it that I did not fucking know. When you would die, you would have to start the game over?
Yeah.
You don't have to start the game over. Did you know that? Like, let's say you get to world... 3 of 5. When I say 3 of 5,
3-5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 5-3 or whatever.
That's World 5, Level 3. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
So if you die, you hold. It's either A or B, and then press start. It will bring you back to the first of World 5.
Well, no, I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Apparently, they didn't even put it in the manual on it. That's crazy.
Well, you gotta
after
think,
all this time.
the original NES, I played a little bit of that. Mainly that garbage Friday the 13th game. I remember playing that.
Yeah, you talked about the
Yeah. That and the original Zelda I did. I played, and then Mario.
I honestly wasn't a big fan of that Zelda one on the NES.
No. It's kind of boring, to be honest with you. It wasn't, to me, it started at A Link to the Past. That's where it gets really good.
I don't think they ever made Mario Kart for the original NES, right? It was only for the SNES that it started.
I remember for Super Nintendo, it could have been ported to the NES, but by that time, who would have cared?
Yeah,
No. Honestly, I don't think they quit. I don't think they quit producing the original Nintendo until like 94, 95, which is crazy to think about, considering the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis were dominating everything at that point.
Well, but okay, they always do that where they kind of roll over for a while.
Yeah, I remember when PlayStation's like,
and they still do it nowadays. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure. I remember like the original PlayStation when I had a PS2, you could get a slimmer PlayStation 1 and one that had like exactly. the thing where you could play it in the car and stuff like that.
Yeah. Where the PlayStation 4, I think they recently just said basically they're going to call it quits on that, but I'm guessing I can see that they're actually going to let that go because the PlayStation 4 still makes them a lot of money.
Yeah, because it's so hard to get a PS5 still.
Well, okay, so funny enough, I went to Walmart yesterday and they had one sitting on the shelf.
I'll be damned.
I know, right?
Which, speaking of, when did they release the price point for the PSVR 2? This week, was it not? Yeah, you're out of your mind.
$550.
That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not.
I mean, I was hoping for like $300 and $350.
That would have been my range, but I'm sorry. Yeah. There's no chance that I'm not paying the price of a console for a peripheral. I'm sorry, I'm not. I understand that there's a lot to it. Yeah. But come on.
I think what really hurt the price on that is the screen that they use. They use OLEDs. OLEDs are more expensive than regular LCDs.
Yeah, but they wanted to make it look...
Exactly. So it makes it look a whole lot better because the OLED will basically make it so that you have true black versus like having an LCD.
Where the black you can still kind of...
It's gray because you have to have a backlight to it. OLED doesn't have a backlight.
It's ridiculous to me. I'm sorry. I am.
Well, so you're not looking forward to any games really besides next year maybe.
Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, that's really what I'm waiting on.
Like I said, try God of War. You might like it.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And Horizon, you might like it too.
I mean, I'll give anything a shot. Deathloop, I gave a shot.
You don't have to pay for it, so.
Oh, well, hey, there you go.
You are paying for it, but not in that sense, though. Because you get all the other games also, too.
Yeah, which I don't know why they're doing that. It seems like that'd be losing so much money.
Well, okay, so unlike Microsoft will throw out new games directly on the service, where it honestly, I think it hurts not publishers, but game makers on that, because who wants to make a game and then throw it right onto a platform where it doesn't actually get any sales, and then ends up basically just getting a certain amount of money because of the initial release. That's it. That would suck.
I mean, yeah.
That kills games. I would not. If I would actually make a game, I would not want to push it right to a service that basically goes, okay, we're going to give you $200,000 for this game. That's it.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. Past that, well, now I have to wait for the contract to run out and then wait for it to basically, be able to be sold. But at that time, everybody already forgot about the damn game. You really want the game right at the beginning to be sold, and then later on, like when it dies down, you put it on a sale, get some money again, and then you put it on the service like that. That's a lot of times the reason why PlayStation Plus has those older games,
I mean, I get it. Plus, I mean, with how things come out at such a rapid pace now, it's boom, 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 boom. It's the same way with movies. I mean, it's... You know how many movies I've missed in the last 10 years?
Oh, God.
because they're just flying at you left and right, and it gets to me because I'm just like, oh my god, it's to the point where
it's overwhelming.
It's just like I don't want to deal with it, so I don't, and then I miss out on so much that's probably really fucking good, but I just can't do it. I just can't bring myself. It's like I'm sure we've talked about Marvel movies. I watched up until I can't remember if it was Infinity War or Endgame, and I still missed movies in between.
Oh yeah,
and it was just like, shit. What do you want me to do here? Like, you know,
they want you to pay for Disney Plus so that you.
Well, I mean, I do that, but the sad thing about it is I watch The Simpsons, and that's pretty much it.
I can actually watch The Simpsons in German on there.
See, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, I will say Disney Plus. That's one thing I have to really give credit to, is that they actually put all the languages for the dubbing on there. Unlike, take Netflix. Netflix will only have it for the original stuff because they have the rights to it. But when it comes to a lot of the other stuff that they put on there, they don't have the regional right to put that dubbing on there. So I cannot watch a lot of the movies that technically I should be able to watch in German. I can't watch in German because...
Well, Martin, you know that mouse has got to have that money.
Well, Disney, that's all their stuff now. Everything that I have on there is their shit.
Really?
Yes.
Well, hey.
You got to consider Disney's been buying the shit out of everything.
Yeah, they do own a lot.
Yes. So that's the reason why they can just throw it on there, put all the stuff, all the dubbing, because they own it. It doesn't matter. Netflix relies a lot of times on deals with other companies. That's the reason why I said the original stuff from Netflix will be in dubbed a lot. Yeah, we'll have the dubbing for it. But
other things won't.
No, exactly. Now, if you're in Germany, you can subscribe to Netflix over there, and they will have their own contract over there, just like they do over here. But it would be a different catalog over there than here.
God, that's just so confusing. I don't know how you keep.
It's because of rights and stuff like that. That's the reason why they do it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. It's frustrating the way I see it because I always tell my wife. So when the twins are born, I'm planning on just, exposing them a lot to the German language.
Okay.
My daughter doesn't speak English. I mean, she speaks German.
I was like, whoa.
she speaks English, but no German. And this time I'm trying not to make that mistake and actually have them learn German on that. My daughter doesn't really want to learn German now. But I told her, well, hopefully she will pick some of it up doing this.
Get a Rosetta Stone.
Well, for a little while, she was trying the whole Duolingo stuff.
Yeah.
And she was kind of interested for it, and then she just lost interest right after that.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, she's 12 years old, so...
Yeah, but when she gets to high school, don't they have a German... I think they have a German class.
They do have German here, too.
So there you go. Yeah. Maybe that's when.
What's funny, because I actually, me and my wife ran to the Chinese place here one time, and I overheard a guy there that spoke German, but I don't remember if he was talking about, like, being able to speak German or whatever. And then I walked by him, and I, asked him about it, and he was actually a German teacher here, but never been to Germany. I spoke in German with him, and he was fluent in it. I mean, no problems with it. I was able to understand everything just fine. I was kind of amazed by that.
I mean...
Just for the fact that most people here can't even fucking pronounce, most of the shit themselves in English.
That's me, man. I mean, I can. You just won't understand me.
I mean...
That's the mumbling and the horrible voice. That's what does it.
For me, like, speaking English, I think that I do pretty well.
Yeah, I can understand you.
Yeah. There's certain words that are a little bit harder.
Like barbarian?
Barbarian.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah. One word that's hard for Germans is squirrel. That's a hard one for them.
Squirrel?
Mm-hmm. It's but the same version. If I tell you the German version, it's hard for you to say too.
Well, most things you tell me in German are hard for me to pronounce, Martin. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's Eichhörnchen.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even going to attempt.
Yeah, so it is a little bit harder for either one of those two for vice versa.
So can I ask how we went from the PS5 to
Squirrel
and German?
We just kind of went on and.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we only got like 30 minutes.
Well, we only got 30 minutes left, Martin. Let's go. We got to pick this train up here. Come on.
All right. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Barbarian.
All right.
So, I overall, like, just me and my daughter, we watched it actually.
Okay.
The movie was, it wasn't bad.
No.
I wanted to like it more
Yes.
than I liked it,
Yep.
but at the same time, it wasn't a bad movie.
Right.
It had some good scenes in it.
Yeah.
One thing I will bring up right off, I have to mention right off, is it was so weird because the mood change of the movie, when it goes from the beginning to the first portion before Justin Long,
Okay.
it said like this, like creepy vibe and all that stuff, and then as soon as Justin Long came in,
That's a nice sunny day. I'm driving in a car.
It
listening
was
to
all
music.
like, yeah, exactly. It was all like happy and all the different shit, and I was like, this is fucking weird. Okay, you don't go from like, well, that chick is dead to, oh, hey, here's Justin.
Right. And here's the thing. I liked it, but I did have a problem with it. Kind of started out a little slow, which I was okay. Then it picked up real fast.
Yes.
Then it slowed way down. And I was like, okay.
And then it picked up again.
Then it picked right back up again. And then it just kept kind of going and going and going. I did not feel like enough was explained. I mean, maybe less is more, and that's fine.
So it was funny because since I was watching with my daughter, okay? She will constantly talk through the whole thing. Okay. And have a billion different questions where I'm like, okay, I don't know the answer. Just keep watching and we might find out. Right. It was so funny. So the part where is that actor from? The guy in the first portion of the movie. What's his name?
The one from Hemlock Grove. He also played. Yes. He also played Pennywise.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. That's him.
By the way, I loved Hemlock Grove.
I did too, up until after season 2. After season 2, it just kind of was like, oh.
I don't remember, but they canceled it after season 3, didn't they?
3, yeah. Which I finished it. It was fine. It was okay.
I really liked that show.
It was really good. That was good. But yeah, that's where he got his that's where he's most
his breakthrough.
Yeah, and then he was Pennywise.
Yeah.
Skarsgård, I don't know. I don't know where he's from. I assume he's American. Maybe his parents aren't. I don't. You know what? We have the power of technology.
Do we?
I mean, you do. I struggle with it, but let me just look up where he could be from.
I don't think he's from the United States. I doubt it.
Maybe he's not. Maybe
not with that name.
Like I said, okay, here we go. He's Swedish.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
He's Swedish, which you would never tell. You could never tell. But yeah,
he looks like any other German or Norwegian or other European.
All right, well, all right, you got to get that one in there. But yeah,
they all look the same.
Wow. Anyway, yeah. So he's Swedish, and I immediately when he opened the door, I was like, "Oh, holy hell, there he is!" Then he dies really fast.
I was surprised by that actually. I was like, okay, so they just killed. By the way they killed him.
I did like that.
Yeah.
I liked him getting his head beat against the wall until it was just a bloody pulp. That was cool.
I thought he was going to be the killer, actually.
Because they make you think that's how it's going, with the door opening. And him
my daughter, the whole time, too, she was like, I bet he's going to be the one that he's luring her down there.
Right. Him acting kind of all weird. He acted very strange. And
then the fucking night terror or whatever you had there.
Yeah, he's over there shaking and shit. And, yeah. They didn't explain why, I don't know, maybe what presence there is in that house because her bedroom door opened.
It was a chick.
Okay.
The chick overnight comes out.
It says that. But also when she first finds the basement and every single fucking time anybody else steps into the basement, the door closes at the top of the stairs.
Well, okay, hold on a second. That one I would say not necessarily because when Justin Long goes down there, he opens the door all the way, okay?
Okay, yeah, you're right, he did.
And it doesn't close then. So I think it has to do with the door actually being open all the way, whereas it's just, how some doors basically just kind of slowly close because...
yeah, but have you ever seen one latch when it slowly closes? No. And why is it always locked?
because the inside doesn't it has an auto lock on it probably.
Oh well, you know.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, that portion right there, I can't say that it's unexplained really, because to me, I just applied logic on that one.
I guess maybe I just want to.
You always thought that one.
I want my hand held.
You always thought this one, I think.
Maybe I did. But
I think overall the movie did explain it pretty well. That was the one thing in it that okay. So the premise of the movie,
right,
is basically just this chick going to an Airbnb.
It's an Airbnb, yes.
Yeah, goes there. Another guy there. She's like, "Well, I'm supposed to be renting this," and he goes, "Oh, I got a thing for it too, so I don't know."
Double booked, yes.
And they both end up in there. She finds the freaking door in the basement and shows it to him.
There's a mattress in one of the rooms that's got a bloody handprint, and there's a camera in there.
Yeah, that was strange at the beginning, but then it does explain it later on, you know.
Yeah.
And, well, there's somebody down there that, you know, just likes killing everybody. But,
which turns out not to be the case. I would have rather it been so much simpler.
It was. So my problem here was that it's they explain in the movie that it was basically inbreeding after inbreeding after inbreeding.
Yes, but
if you look at the time frame, okay, so they kind of shoot back where he is supposed to be like taking the women and all that stuff,
and it's set in the early 80s.
Yeah,
because
maybe late 70s, early 80s.
Well, it's early 80s because when the guy gets in his car and he's got the radio on, it talks about Reagan inheriting the worst economy in history, and Reagan was first elected president in 1980.
Yeah. So
or 79, and then he took office in 80.
Okay. So in our consideration on that, let's say early 80s or just beginning 80s.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 40-year time frame there, okay?
Right.
In 40 years, I can't see that there was that many fucking inbreedings on that one. That chick that was at the end there as... No,
yeah, because it's explained it's kind of thrown away real fast.
Yes.
What it is the chick that had rented the house to begin with, it looks like a homeless guy is like tries to run up to her and he's trying to tell her something, but she freaks the hell out and runs in the house. I told my daughter
that too, that I bet he's trying to help, not to freaking...
He was, and he she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. And it ends up later on, he becomes helpful to her, and he explains that it was generations of inbreeding. Basically, he would kidnap a woman, impregnate her, then impregnate the next one, then impregnate the next one, and how he kind of went on. And I'm like, there's not enough time in that.
Exactly.
And I said that to myself, and especially with, I assume it's a woman in the basement, that is, because it doesn't, yeah, it's a woman, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the tits are flopping around the whole damn time.
Yeah.
And she's trying to breastfeed the guy.
That is true.
Justin Long.
Yes.
The part
I'm sitting there like, oh, geez. I even did like...
My daughter was mortified by that too.
Well, I guarantee it, especially sitting there with her dad watching that. But, yes. Fuck. I lost my place.
My daughter had the question. She's like, because you remember when she hold the bottle down?
The bottle down, which I kind of got disgusted at that.
Well, my daughter goes, where did she get that the milk from? I'm like, well, probably from herself.
Oh. You had to explain it.
Oh, man.
That's even worse. Somehow. But, so, yeah. The guy tries to help. Justin Long's character ends up buying the house. Because
he already had the house. I
may have missed this part.
Yeah. So what it actually is, okay? It was. Really,
I know
really
what
dumb.
an Airbnb is.
Yeah. But he owned the property and he was renting it out. This was some of his income, and he was basically, getting a lawsuit and all that stuff. And they
right.
Like, you're gonna have to sell some shit. And he was like, well, can I just liquidate some of the smaller properties and all that stuff? And so he actually goes to that property, and that's how he ends up there. But the thing is that I thought it was hilarious when he was just like looking up if he can basically count the square footage.
I did. Yeah, he was.
And then he was measuring all this stuff. I lost my shit. I was laughing at that part.
Now, mind you, so what had happened was the chick finds the basement, gets Pennywise down there to check it out. He finds the other entrance at the back that leads to a tunnel, and there's tunnels all through that place. He runs into the
chick.
Inbred chick. She ends up beating his head against the wall until it's a bloody pulp, and then it cuts there, and then you're introduced to Justin Long's character. So Justin Long's character gets there. He sees all this luggage still there from the two people that rented out the Airbnb. He's calling, doing whatever. So then he figures out, there's a basement with a secret entrance to it. He tries to figure out the square footage of it. So he's got a measuring tape. He's measuring everything. He gets into the tunnel, is measuring everything. And then he finds a room with a TV in it. And
about breastfeeding.
Yeah, about breastfeeding. He's freaked out about it. The inbred chick basically takes the tape measure from him, pulls it. Which, by the way, that tape measure, I've never seen one with that amount of measurement on it, because he was running that thing everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But he falls into a hole, and it ends up the chick that originally rented out the Airbnb is still alive.
Yeah.
And the inbred chick's kind of holding him there, not expecting, but wanting them to be her children. So she's trying to feed them and do all this stuff. Justin Long's not having any of that. And he is forced to be breastfed. So,
the part where the guy actually explains outside the homeless guy that she is not the greatest evil inside. Like, there's a greater evil inside. I thought there was going to be more to that.
I did too, and it ends up just being the dude that was kidnapping everybody on his deathbed.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was kind of like, and then he shoots himself.
Yeah. Right in the head after Justin Long watches one of the videos that he keeps a nice collection.
Well, that was a big-ass collection right there.
It really was. There was tapes. There was at least 20 tapes that we saw.
Yeah. And then I love that Justin Long's character is all mortified by that, when in all reality he had to liquidate his stuff because he was getting
accused of rape.
Yeah. And then, he later on goes on about how he is...
Oh, wait, we'll get there. No. We're going to get there, because that pissed me off. So, the chick escapes, essentially. She tries to get the police... This is all set in Detroit, by the way, so it's making Detroit look even worse than Detroit makes itself look like. And we failed to mention that this house sets, it's a nice house. It's a decent house, right? It sets in the middle of, oh my God, these houses are dilapidated. There's graffiti all over the place. By the way, if you looked at the house next door, at one part it said death from a blow.
Did it?
Yes. And I was like, well, that's not foreshadowing at all. But so she tries to get the police involved. The police just aren't having it. They don't give a damn about what she's going through.
They just think she's a crackhead.
She's just trying to get them to get down to the basement to rescue Justin Long. Okay. What I found funny was he was looking around for a flashlight upstairs before he went down in the basement. Just for when he finally gets away from the inbred chick, he has his cell phone light. The whole time. Yeah, he did. Because remember, the chick took the flashlight with her as she was leaving. He uses his phone light and finds, I guess, what you want to call the father of all these inbred messes. And he's kind of on his deathbed with some old, looks like stagnant water and stuff like that. He finds his little video collection, watches one of the videos, and then the old guy shoots himself in the head.
Yeah.
There you go. That ended that. So I kind of was pissed off about that because you only got to see a little portion of him in the 80s driving to the store, buying diapers, and for some reason plastic wrap, which of course we all know what that's for now. But and then you see him kind of eyeball this chick, and then he follows her home, pretends to be a guy from I guess the water department.
Yeah.
And he's checking everything out, but he just unlocks a window so he can kidnap her later. what I thought was funny is on his uniform, it says Carlos. He drives home and gets out of his car with the uniform that says Carlos on it. The neighbor comes up and calls him Frank and doesn't even question why he's got a
Carlos,
a jumpsuit on that says Carlos on. That angered me.
Maybe it's his middle name.
I don't know, but that kind of, I was like,
maybe
really?
he actually worked for the water department, and his
maybe he did. I mean, that's fine.
Or maybe it's like when somebody goes by a different name. A lot of times when they
well, yeah, that's true.
Scammers when they call you.
Well, you, not me, but that's fine, and that's all well and good. I just got really upset by that. I was like, is this guy not even going to question him as to why he's wearing a uniform that says Carlos but nothing else? It doesn't have like a water department patch on it. Nothing. Yeah,
it had a lot of holes in it. So
yes. Past that, I mean, what? I'm trying to remember what happened next.
Okay, so after all that, basically, she actually gets back into the house.
Yeah, you're right.
And to help Justin Long's character.
Yes.
And as she's back down, Justin Long's character shoots her.
Yes, he shoots her.
And he goes, "Oh my God!
Wait, Martin, you're skipping over everything."
What did I skip?
The homeless guy comes back up after the police leave, and he starts explaining the inbreeding thing, and she comes out at night.
That was before she actually went to the police.
No, I thought it was before, because he was talking about how the police weren't going to help her.
No, it was before so the guy explains more of it after Justin Long and her get out.
That's true.
But the homeless guy tells her not to go back in there and to just leave and never come back.
Yeah, well, she goes back in.
Yeah. After she tries to get to the police, and the police doesn't do anything.
Well, you forget at night that, like, she gets in her car and, like, backs up and points it towards the house.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, points it towards the house, and then the inbred chick comes, like, flailing out of there because that's her baby, and she wants her baby back. She runs the inbred chick into the house, like, pins her against the house and the vehicle. The inbred chick beats on the window for a second, or the windshield, and then seemingly dies.
Yes.
So she gets out, goes back in the house to rescue Justin Long. Justin Long has taken the gun from the guy who killed himself, and as with his phone light, can clearly see that it's not this inbred chick, because the inbred chick is naked through the whole thing. The main character, she has clothes on the entire time. Shoots her in the stomach, essentially. Go ahead, Martin. Now we're back up to speed.
Well, okay. So, yeah, he shoots her.
Stupid.
And and after that, they both get out. The homeless chick. The coffee grounds?
Coffee grounds.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
God, there's more than I expected. That's what she said. Fuck. All right.
Oh, that's good shit.
All right, we're good.
So they get back out of the house. Then the inbred chick is obviously gone.
Yes.
And they two both run away, basically, and to find the homeless guy, because he had a safe spot.
Yep. Yeah, he does.
It was funny because they go...
That angered me too.
They asked him, like, well, how did you stay alive the whole time? Well, I've been here for 15 years and she never made it in here. I know how to hide.
And then she immediately busts through the wall.
Yeah, busts through the fucking wall.
Yes, it was a concrete fucking wall, and she came right through it.
And then she grabs him and, like, pulls on his arm until she rips his arm off and then beats him with his own arm.
Yes.
I thought that, first off, I did like that part.
I like the beating with the arm.
Yes. That's like a whole gore move to me right there, okay?
But it pissed me off that as soon as he said that, it happened.
Yes.
That should have never been even brought up if they're going to do it that way. But anyway, what also angered me with Justin Long's character in that scene, they're sitting there around a fire.
He has a gun the whole time.
He has a gun the entire time. They're talking... And he's actually seeming to be like a good person. He's saying, we got to get her to a hospital because she's been shot, because he's an idiot. And he says, maybe I'm just a bad person, or I'm a good person that's done bad things.
Done a bad thing.
Yes. Yeah. Like trying to
justify.
Not even trying to justify. He's trying to reason with himself. Okay, maybe I'm a shitty person, or maybe I'm a good person and I've just done a shitty thing, and I shouldn't do that anymore. So,
yeah, and then goes up on the water.
So
tower.
what happens is while the inbred woman is beating the shit out of the homeless guy with his own arm, they escape. They're right next to a water tower, so they start going to the top of it, which is such a genius move. Why would you go somewhere that you can't get away? You're not going anywhere.
Well, Justin Long's character had a great idea. Okay, he essentially, sacrificed the chick.
Well, we're coming to that. So they get to the top of the water tower. They're not. He has no idea what to do. The chick finally tells him, "You still have a gun."
Fumbles
fumbles it. It falls. So, in his infinite wisdom, after just having all sorts of this introspection of how he's either a bad person or he's a good person that's done a bad thing, and he needs to resolve it, he needs to make up for it, he takes the chick that he shot and throws her off the top of the water tower, causing the inbred chick who wants her baby back to jump off and try to save her, which, by the way, I laughed almost at that because of how it looked of her just diving straight down. Oh,
it's flapping in there.
Yes, it bothered me. So they hit the ground. Justin Long sees that. He comes off the water tower, grabs the gun. He goes over to both their bodies. It's funny how that the normal chick fell off first, followed by the inbred chick, and how they're laying on the ground. The inbred chick's on the bottom, and the normal chick's on the top.
It was supposed to be an indication that she was saving her baby.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't make any sense, but that's fine.
I agree. It was... when I seen that part, I was like, first off, they're not up that high, okay? That water tower was not that tall, actually, because when he looks down, you can obviously tell that might have been 4 stories high, okay?
I mean, still, they fell onto concrete, though. That's...
But 4 stories, you do not have enough time if you jump after somebody to go below them, grab them, and then
turn
and be the one that hits the ground.
That's true.
So that made no sense. There was many, many different little things that you can just completely tear apart on this movie. As a matter of fact, so then after that, the other the chick is still alive. Justin's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I had to do it."
He's like, "I had no choice," but then he said, "I wasn't thinking." Yeah. So
And then obviously the inbred chick
is not dead.
And comes back again. And
has one of my favorite kills to me. My favorite kill of the movie, of course, was this one.
Really?
Yeah, but it kind of harkened back to like Jason and Michael Myers because they do this thing too.
Yeah.
She kind of she grabs Justin Long and then kind of puts her thumbnail up towards his eye and then shoves both of her thumbs into his eye sockets, causing, a lot of goop to come out. But then she literally splits his head in two with her hands.
Yeah. That part.
That's why
they could have done a little bit better, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The Terrifier did a better job at it than
I wouldn't know.
That movie. But essentially, it's not... That's not the only time that Justin Long essentially lost his eyes in a movie. Jeepers Creepers, he did too.
Well, yeah, but those were... Which, by the way, I hate those movies. I don't know what it is. Don't like them. The first one's fine. The first one's okay.
I thought the second one was good, too.
Just wasn't that into it at that point.
I didn't watch the third one. I still need to watch the third one and, as a matter of fact, the newest one.
But either way, his eyes were completely gone in that one. The whole back of the head. Through the whole back of the head. This was just into his skull and then split in his head.
But again, not the first time that his eyes been fucked with.
No, and have you noticed any horror movie Justin Long has been in, either he dies or he gets fucked up real good?
There's another horror comedy that he's in just recently came out.
Tusk.
No,
Is that the one you're talking about?
No. Tusk has been out for a long time.
Oh, yeah, it has.
But no, there's another new movie that he's been in. I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. Hold on a second.
Well, Tusk just bothered the living shit out of me.
Really?
It was goofy as fuck, but what the fuck? What a premise to a movie. I mean, it is Kevin Smith, I guess, but still.
Yeah, well, Tusk, I was surprised about freaking Johnny Depp in Tusk.
It's a blink and you miss it kind of deal, isn't it? You wouldn't expect it to be Johnny Depp.
Yeah. But hold on a second. I'm trying to look up right now.
I've only got so much filler in me here, Martin. Come on.
Come on. You fill it some more.
Wow.
You're full of bullshit. Come on.
Well, that is true. I can't.
I'm trying to remember what the damn movie is now. Hold on. Justin Long. Let's just look.
Why don't you just IMDb his ass?
I don't normally go for IMDb.
I don't like that.
I don't.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's a resourceful way to figure something out.
And it is. Yeah, God damn it! I swear. All right, IMDb. Fuck it.
I told you just to do this from the beginning.
Let's see. It is. Oh, he was also in Clerks 3.
I mean, probably, like I said, he was in Tusk and Kevin Smith did that, so I don't see why he wouldn't come back to be in something of his.
No, wait. He is not. For some reason, when I clicked on it, it just showed me all kinds of other shit that apparently that I've looked at before.
Martin, have you ever used IMDb before?
It's been a while.
Oh my God, this is
terrible. Yeah, I agree. See, it doesn't...
I wish you would have never brought it up at this point.
Yeah, I know, right?
I swear to God, if I can find it faster than you.
House of Darkness, there we go.
Thank God.
That's,
I think I've heard of it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's also like a low-budget one, too, but it looks interesting. I actually planning on watching that one. I actually like Justin Long.
You know, I do, too, and you know why I do?
Why?
Accepted. Have you ever seen Accepted?
Yes,
That's exactly why I like Justin Long. Also, Waiting.
Yes, rating probably before Accepted, as a matter of fact.
Yes, and the thing of it is, I think he's fine for whatever like horror movies and stuff he does. I've never really seen him in a dramatic movie. I don't guess.
Jeepers Creepers was like to me. I'd always known him as the kid from Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
And then rating
Dodgeball. He's in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
He
to me, he's much more comedy.
Yeah. But his horror movies are usually also somewhat comedy. And I'm sorry, in Barbarian, he was a comedic part of it too.
Yeah, he was. He had some fun.
When he fucking started measuring the whole damn dungeon downstairs, I mean, who the fuck goes and measures a room? You find a room.
Oh, he was completely fine with it.
Fucked up mattress, bloody handprint on the wall, a camera. But you know what? Let's move the bed and let me measure this room real quick here because...
Why not?
Yeah, how much can I sell it for?
Yeah, he was that classic, idiot, oblivious to what his surroundings are and everything like that. But anyhow, she splits Justin Long's head open, which leaves her with the chick that's... Still got a gunshot wound.
And
just fell off a water tower.
That's still alive.
Still alive. So she tries to pick her up, and it's obviously she's in pain. She can see it. The inbred chick feels bad for her. Tries it again. I think it gives her a hug a little bit, and then like runs her. The whole time this chick is like slowly picking up the gun, and she literally puts it into
her face. The
inbred chick's like face, and she just kind of runs her hands over her face. And everything, and it's kind of sad there for a second.
Well, yeah.
And then she shoots her in the head.
Yeah, and then she gets up. Actually,
she gets up and everything's fine. Well, not everything's fine, but she's not hurting anymore enough to get up, and she gets up on her own.
And that's the end of the movie.
And she starts walking away. And
with all the filler that we just did in between that, we just explained the whole movie in less than 30 minutes. So you just saved yourself, an hour of the movie there.
Yes.
Because that thing was an hour and 30-some minutes, if I remember right.
I thought it was a little longer than that. I thought it was right around 2 hours. Maybe I'm wrong.
I want to say it was like an hour and 38 minutes, maybe. Something like that. I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know. I was too busy getting a little angry at things to... And I can sit over here and act like I'm complaining about it all day long, which I have. But, I mean, for the most part, it wasn't bad. I mean...
It wasn't a bad movie. So if I have to give it a rating, I would say I give it a 2.5 out of 5.
That's 2.5 is what I was going to go for, because if it just didn't have so many holes through...
Yeah, always holes. I can deal with holes in a movie, okay? I don't like it when it's something really obvious.
Yeah, and like some things, I felt like they tried to just explain it away, and I'm fine with that too. But some of the things they tried to explain away, you're like, no.
So also, while I like Justin Long, I think the movie would have been a whole lot better if they wouldn't have killed the first guy right at the beginning.
Right.
After what was like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's setting you up to think it's going to be him.
Yes, they could have made a whole lot better movie.
And they just shit can him out of the way. They're like, nope, fuck this guy.
That whole movie, if they would have played off the first half of the movie and just continued all that on, and then like just made it more suspenseful. Don't actually try to explain any of that shit, and keep it more suspense in the back on that. It would have been a better movie.
I would have liked it if because it was like it restarted when that happened. When that scene happened, it's like the whole movie just restarted.
Yeah, it did restart.
Yeah, and it's a hard restart, and I didn't like that.
Honestly, it's almost like that movie was shot, let's say, like in 2020. The first half, like first 30 minutes, and then they were like, okay, we're going to have to take a pause on production.
Yeah, COVID hit, and
then they had to like, okay, guys, we kind of forgot what we were doing, so let's just start over here.
Or like, things, people weren't available, something, you know.
Like, how can we kill him off here?
Let's get this guy, that kind of thing. And it's fine.
Justin Long is pretty cheap.
But it was like a hard restart, and I didn't like it. I would have rather it been... Okay, so when he fell in the hole and that chick from the beginning is in there with him, I wish it would have been like a couple more people in there too. You know what I mean? And then like...
Also with, like, she was afraid of her dad, basically. That's the reason... Okay, so when Justin's Long character got into the back where the guy was actually...
Yeah.
The chick actually... She was coming up to him and then she stopped. And she backed up. That part right there, I was like, okay, so that could be maybe get pretty good. Maybe he's all like hulked out now or something. I don't know.
No, he's just some old decrepit man laying in bed.
That's the reason why I had greater evil and all that stuff.
That made me
that was like.
I would have rather been a few more people down in that hole with them, and like they've all been survivors of this and whatever and whatnot, and.
All the cages were empty.
Exactly. Them then trying to escape and basically getting picked off one by one. Yeah. I would have rather it been like that.
It didn't. You would think you would find like dead bodies or.
Yeah, there's not even bone.
Yeah, there's not a single bone around there.
That just bothered me. I don't know. That's why I got a 2.5. It just, like I said, it was fine for when I was watching it. It's not something I'm ever going to watch again.
It's definitely not a movie to take apart because, as you can see, as we were just talking about it, we just fucking tore it apart.
And that's the thing. Like I heard someone that had seen it before me was like, "Oh man, it's the best horror movie I've seen in a while." And I'm like, "Okay." So I kind of came in with high hopes. That got doused real fast. I was like, "Fuck."
Well, to me, it got destroyed after the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
At that point, as soon as that switch over, because it turned into a different movie.
It bothered me. But, I mean, it's okay. Like I said, it is what it is. It's if you want to watch it, that's fine. Maybe you'll enjoy it far more than I did, but it's not something I'm going to pick back up.
Also, I'm like, spoiler alert.
Yeah, through the whole damn thing. I don't honestly think we're spoiling anything for anyone, but that's just me.
Yeah, It's not a bad movie to watch, just to watch one.
Yeah.
But it's not a movie where I would say, you got to watch this. Like, I would tell you to fucking watch Terrifier.
Yeah, you will. A bunch of times.
Yes. And I'm going to continue telling you to watch Terrifier until you fucking watch Terrifier, okay? You need to watch 1 and 2.
I know.
2 mainly, but 1 and 2.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll get around to it.
Well, I'm going to fucking spoil that scene, the bedroom scene.
No, you will not.
Oh, I will. If you don't fucking watch it, I will spoil it for you.
I'm just tell you I'll watch it.
Okay, then we can talk about the scene then, right?
Oh, fuck, it was crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh. There goes my wallet again. Alright, so now that we got this movie out of the way, have you watched anything else or anything like that?
No, I've been watching The Office. I'm sorry. It's like a comfort thing. Like, I go between, like, 2 shows. Quantum Leap has now entered that, and then it'll be The Office, then I'll go back to Quantum Leap. And I'm not going to lie, I'm about to piss all over myself. So you're going to have to create some filler for about 25 seconds. Can you do this?
Oh my god, you better piss like a racehorse right there.
Well, I'm giving you 25. I hope you can make 25.
I'm gonna put my time on. I want to see.
All right, let's time how long it takes me to go to the bathroom and wash my hands and whatnot. Go, and are you going to time it? Time it.
Go ahead.
No, time it, motherfucker. Get your stopwatch out.
All right, let's see.
I'm not going to be able to wash my hands and piss in 25 seconds. I'm not going to lie to you.
Hold on.
I promise you I won't, hold it or anything.
You want to hold it?
No. Come on
timer.
now.
Here we go. No, wait. Stopwatch. Here we go.
Yep.
All right, go.
And we're going.
And let's see how long it actually takes him. He's at 25 seconds, but we are 8 seconds into it now. He's going to piss all over my goddamn toilet seat, I feel like.
I'm not.
It's going to be everywhere. And now my dog is going off. Holy shit. Oh, be quiet. It's all good. Uh-oh, he's about to make it past the time. He's still going. Hey, pinch it off now. It's 30 seconds. Holy God, he's a liar. He is definitely not as fast as he says. But anyway, Barbarian. Damn, he's. Are you done yet? Jesus Christ. Oh, just be quiet. It's all good. That is the longest 25 seconds ever. Pinch it off. Oh, check it off.
Time.
A minute and 5 seconds.
No shit.
Yes.
That's upsetting.
Did you think you were that fast?
No, I just really had to pee bad, and I knew if we could make a game out of it, you would be okay.
I would be okay.
Yeah. Oh. See, it gave you something to talk about while I was in there doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, all right, so Barbarian.
No, I didn't piss all over the seat. I heard you say that.
Good. I hope you didn't.
I raised the toilet seat.
If I go in there and I see
you
piss on the floor,
you can go inspect it. I'm not a barbarian. I didn't piss all over the toilet seat.
I still say that name did not fit that movie.
No, it really didn't. Like I said, I would think I was reaching for it whenever I was trying to explain it earlier. I don't know if it really does fit the crime.
I mean, coming from a country that originally had barbarians.
Several different iterations of some.
Yeah, but the original barbarians.
Sorry, we had to get our German joke in for this week.
No, you had plenty throughout the week. Also, you're not going to see me, actually, for a few days. So,
oh, yeah, so. Mr. High and Mighty's headed to New York. Woo.
No, not New York, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, sorry, shit.
I haven't been to Chicago. I've been to New York.
I've been to neither, so there you go.
What's the furthest that you've been?
Oh, not far. But I told you I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody.
It's like I've been out
St. Louis, maybe. That might be the furthest I've ever been.
Okay. All right, so we got the movie out of the way.
Oh, hell. Am I going to have to read something
Yeah,
again?
I'm going to give you one to read.
Tell me it's not like a fucking novel.
No, that one is actually really short and sweet, and then I'm going to let you pick some other ones here.
I get to pick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Usually you're the one.
So.
Oh, God, just the title of it is already... this is going to be difficult, like it normally is. Okay, this is Veet for Men Hair Removal Gel Cream, 200 milliliters. This comes from Randy. Oh, God. I'm going to butcher this last name. Amorous. He gave it a 5-star review. The title is Do Not Put on Knob and Bollocks. This is from May 11th, 2012. Being a loose cannon who does not play by the rules, the first thing I did was ignore the warning and smear this all over my knob and bollocks. The bollocks I knew and loved are gone now. In their place is a maroon-colored bag of agony, which sends stabs of pain up my body every time it grazes against my thigh or an article of clothing. I am suffering so that you do not have to. Heed my lesson. Do not put on knob and bollocks. I am giving this product a 5 because despite the fact that I think my bollocks might fall off, they are now completely hairless. And that is his review.
I mean, if it says not to fucking do that, why would you fucking do that?
Well, if you didn't listen very well.
He said on there,
he ignored it. He ignored the warning.
But why the fuck would you do that?
Well, ignoring the warning could also mean that he just did not look at it, too.
True. I give you that.
No.
Oh, here. I'm going to give you a few different ones. You can pick something that's a few different ones. You can just
Well, here, how about I just throw them out to you, and you pick what you want to think, or what you think is going to be the funniest. How about that?
I haven't read any of them.
All
so
right.
You.
All right. So this is a hilarious pen review, like an ink pen, I assume.
Okay.
I don't know. It just says enjoyable durability.
Okay, well, let's go with that one.
You still have. Okay, fine.
We got a few.
All right. So enjoyable durability comes from Passion Lube's natural water-based lubricant from Malcolm Campbell. The title is "It's Been 10 Long Amazing Years." Yeah, is that funny that I'm getting your notifications and you are too at the same time? All right, it says a little over a decade ago, I bought my 55-gallon drum of lube. Oh. I never thought I'd use it all, but a few days ago, the pump finally ran dry. I've had a lot of good times with it, my wife too. And not just what you'd think. One day I just hosed down the hardwood-floored hallway so I could use it as a slip and slide. You shouldn't think of this as a purchase. It's an investment that's sure to pay off in spades. That's literally it.
Okay.
Yeah. Way to go, Martin. You picked a fucking terrible one. Find yourself in a pickle. Facebook in your car. Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. There you go.
All right. Well, try that one.
Have you watched it? I have.
Yeah. Oh, God. I watched it.
Is it good?
Yeah. Forever ago. When it first came out. This comes from I'm Rick James. I highly doubt it, considering this was posted in August of 2018, and Rick James has been dead long before then. It says, "Beware, not a nature documentary."
Okay.
It's not very long, so I don't know how much we're going to get out of this. But I figured with the title, it was a documentary about how urbanization is affecting wildlife. But no, it's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat. That is about the Wolf of... That's the review of A Wolf of Wall Street. He gave it 1 star. We got a well-fitted mask.
If you see one that you think that would be good, just...
Check the woke, in quotation marks, on this review.
Okay, well, let's do that one.
Okay. Oh, man. Really zoom in on this one. I think I need glasses, honestly. This comes from John Petty, January of 2017. A book of hate speech posing as advice. As a huge ship myself... Okay.
You said a huge ship?
Yeah. I'm hurt and offended that the author of this disreputable tract would suggest that I be avoided... What? This doesn't make any sense. I'm not reading this. A mystery novel. Don't laugh, please. See, now this one, maybe. This is for portable pizza pouch. Comes to us from just an Amazon customer. September of 2016. Title is, "This was a lifesaver during that time I was left." That's all it says.
Hold on.
This was a lifesaver during that time I was left for dead whilst hiking the Appalachian Trail. My friends, in quotations, abandoned me when I was engrossed in a latrine building. I was near starvation when I recalled my lucky pizza pouch hanging invitingly from my neck. I was able to ration bites from my mushroom, pepper, and onion well-done supplemental slice until help arrived. I wasn't even hungry when they brought me back to civilization. Oh my God! So that one I read about the Titan iron casket, it's on here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the one that says "No complaints from Grandpa." Hell yeah!
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
shit.
Really, that's all I can find that was worth reading.
Oh, that sucks.
And those weren't even that great.
Yeah, no. Well,
maybe you need to check them
again. Yeah, I need to start checking them more. I try not to read them too much because then I already know what's going on, you know. But sometimes you can get some really good ones. We had some good ones.
The one that Seaver read that was literally like reading a book.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad he did that one. There's no way I would have made it through there. No way.
Well, here, let's do the pen.
All right, fine. We'll do the pen. Let's see.
Read the pen.
First of all, it doesn't really...
I didn't read it.
Okay, no, this doesn't make sense because it's for the Bic for her medium ballpoint pen.
For her?
Yeah, I didn't know that there was now, like, men's and women's pens.
Maybe you're all the right words.
Wow. This comes from A Keen Skier, September of 2012. It's a great product. This guy's from the United Kingdom. So there might be some words I might trip over because I don't understand them. Oh, I'm sorry. I said this guy. It is a gal. It's a lady.
Do it in Siva voice.
There's no way. Sorry. Can't do that. All right. My husband has never allowed me to write as he doesn't want me touching men's pens. However, when I saw this product, I decided to buy it using my pocket money, and so far it has been fabulous. Wow. Once I had learnt to write, the feminine color and the grip size, which was more suited to my delicate little hands, has enabled me to vent thoughts about new recipe ideas, sewing, and gardening. My husband is less pleased with this product as he believes it will lead to more independence, and he hates the feminine tingling sensation, along with the visions of fairies and rainbows he gets whenever he picks it up. That one was actually pretty good.
Oh. That was a 5 out of 5.
Well, not from the husband, but definitely from her.
From her. All right, well, we made it to... We actually past an hour. So I would say we call it quits for tonight.
I mean, that's fine. I'm tapped. I'm not going to lie. Nobody else cares what I think to say about any... I mean, I'm sure they hated my review of Barbarian. They probably think I'm an idiot for the choices I played video games.
Not necessarily. I mean...
Really? Because you shit all... Oh, you're really waiting for Street Fighter 6?
Well,
yes, I am waiting for it.
Street Fighter 6.
That's nostalgia for me, sir. Yeah, and 4 and 5 were not that great. And also, I don't understand the timeline of it because it keeps jumping back and forth and it confuses the living shit out of me.
Well, it's like Tekken, if you think about it. Like, you have basically the children and grandchildren of fucking people, and then the other characters that have been there from the beginning.
I mean, I get it, but, you know, I don't play Tekken for the plot. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, no, Tekken is...
For some reason, I play Street Fighter for the plot. It's the same fucking shit.
What about Mortal Kombat? Do you play
Mortal Kombat has made leaps and bounds, though, as far as coming together as a fighting game. Yeah. Where originally it was just punch, kick, special move, and then fatality.
So I think that NetherRealm actually also did good for Injustice.
Yeah, it runs off... It's basically Mortal Kombat with superheroes. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Did you play the one that was Mortal Kombat versus...
DC Universe? Yeah, I think I had it for PS3. I don't like mixing two different video games.
Okay, then let me ask you a question. Did you play Street Fighter versus Cross Tekken?
Yeah, I hate that, by the way. Like, the cross part of it. Just put versus. Come on. I remember playing... Oh, was it Street Fighter vs. Tekken I played? No, I don't think I played that one.
So, that one was bad.
I mean, I'm sure it is.
Real bad.
Those two can't... I'm sorry. It's like saying, Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. Well, I don't think it meshes.
They had a deal where they were making Street Fighter cross Tekken and Tekken cross Street Fighter.
That's the same...
No, two different games.
So one plays like a Street Fighter game, one plays like a Tekken game.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the reason why later, I'm pretty sure they also brought one or two Street Fighter characters into Tekken 7.
I don't know.
The one at least. Kuma.
Kuma, yeah. He's in Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not Kuma. Akuma.
No, it's Akuma.
Yeah. But
it's one of my favorite Street Fighter characters, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
Huh, interesting.
His Raging Demon's a fucking motherfucker. You can ever figure out how to do it, get somebody to half fucking life, boom, hit it, over with.
But it's so funny. It always reminds me of this meme, actually, where it's like somebody holds... It was originally from a movie where they hold something and throw it into the ocean on a boat. And they basically made it so that they were holding a copy of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
And then just look at it like with glazed eyes and then just throw it in the ocean.
I don't, the only, like, Marvel versus Capcom, I think, is the only game I can remember playing with those characters.
Now, Marvel
different...
vs. Capcom is a pretty big game, actually.
Yeah,
they have a big following on that one. And that one, that worked much better than fucking, like, taking those big-ass franchises, Street Fighter and Tekken, and mashing
You don't need to do that. It's like if you took Mortal Kombat and put it against Street Fighter. You can't have that. They play completely differently.
Yeah. But like that, NetherRealm did a great job for Injustice, and so that does play pretty well. I mean, it plays like fucking Mortal Kombat. That's what it is, essentially.
But I just don't see like how there's a combo system now with Mortal Kombat. Has been for years.
Yeah,
like
dollar combo.
No, it's not even dollar combo anymore. Mortal Kombat 3 had dollar combos. Now, 4 kinda, which was terrible. That was the first 3D game they attempted.
Oh, that was
it was bad.
Beyond trash.
But like with Deadly Alliance and Deception and even Armageddon, that's when they started hammering down, okay, like square, square, triangle, blah, 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 and that's a combo you can hit.
Yeah. But I feel like that Mortal Kombat is still dollar combo even now.
Well, that would be almost anything. Street Fighter thing would be considered dollar combo to a point. And Tekken maybe even too.
No, so when I say dollar combo, I'm talking about like, so taking your input and like you have to time it, okay? When you time it, then it's not dollar combo. Dollar combo is basically you can go in the exact... Like the timing doesn't matter as long as you do the right input.
Okay, no, then definitely Mortal Kombat's dollar combo because as long as you hit the right sequence, it doesn't matter at what time you hit it.
That's what you refer to as dollar combo.
It's not like if you hit square square 1 second past triangle, it's square square triangle, no matter what.
So if you in Tekken, if you do that, it's not going to go anywhere essentially because
you have to time it.
Yeah, you have to time it right for the right frame to pop up, basically, to actually get it to the point.
Street Fighter's kind of that way too.
Yeah, not as bad as Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is very much dollar combo.
It still leaps and bounds over just mashing a square or a triangle and just having them high punch, low punch, whatever.
Yeah.
It's more cornering somebody and just punching and kicking the shit out of them. You know, it's leaps and bounds over that.
As a matter of fact, I just watched a video about a game that was banned back in the day. Thrill Kill. Have you ever heard of that one?
Thrill Kill.
Yeah.
No, I don't guess so.
So it was never released. Apparently there's an ISO floating around online.
Okay.
It was an original PlayStation game. And it was in a 3D environment, and it was actually like a 4-player game where everybody was able to play like...
At once?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awful.
And that was... The funny thing is that it wasn't even like... since it was a 3D environment, right?
Yeah.
At that time when that game was developed, you didn't have analog sticks. It was still doing like D-pad.
We're talking original PlayStation that didn't have analog sticks.
Yes.
Oh,
God. That was developed for the D-pad, and you would have to move essentially like in a 3D environment with a D-pad. So that
Ooh.
What in Tekken that works, okay? But in a game where there's
no analog stick to compensate for that? No way.
Yeah. So in Tekken you don't like. I will not play with an analog stick with Tekken, okay?
Really? I do.
No, there's no way I would play with the analog stick for
That's
Tekken.
probably why I'm trash at Tekken, by the way. But
the thing is with Tekken is that you have a side view in a 3D environment, okay?
Right.
That's different than Thrill Kill. Thrill Kill basically is a 3D environment with a 3D view, like a kind of side-up view.
Like an isometric view? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
kind of...
Like the corner, like...
Oh, hell with that.
So that's what I'm referring to, and that would just fuck me up.
Oh, no, there's no way. There's no shot at that.
But that game was essentially banned because, well, honestly, I don't even know it. So it had an adult-only rating.
Yeah.
That killed it right there, okay?
Oh, off the rip.
But the problem is that the reason why I got an adult rating would have probably not gotten an adult rating now because Mortal Kombat is way more fucked up than that game, and it got canned. The thing about the game, essentially, is that you have just, like, the characters in it is weird. It like one is like a bondage chick. There's no nudity in the game. I don't even think there's gore really in the game much or anything.
Yeah,
like
but you
that.
can't have a bondage chick running around. That kind of. But then again, you look
It
at
doesn't
like
show anything.
You look at Katana. And,
Exactly,
yeah.
dude.
Melina especially.
You look at Mortal Kombat characters. You look at any other anime game characters or anything like that. And you
Yeah, they're
see
very
more than that.
suggestive.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, for God's sake, Dead or Alive is a thing.
DOA
is very like
yeah,
they might as
service.
well be naked at
Yeah.
that point. And I don't even think I've ever played one of those games. I've just seen like screenshots of them. And I'm like, how the fuck?
So, DOA is not a bad fighting game. The problem is that it's made too much for the fan service, and they kind of toned that down. The way I understand.
I would fucking hope so.
But the fucking game has freaking physics for the breasts in there, where you can choose like what kind of physics you want to use for that. What the fuck?
I didn't know that. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
At that point, you're not making a game for...
No, you're not making a game for your fighting.
like a casual fighting game fan. No way.
No. But anyway, let's call it a night.
Alrighty.
All right. Goodbye.
I think of you and let it go.